I'm gonna share this on Instagram. I will be right back, okay? Alrighty. Hi. How are you? Apologize ahead of time if children start crying. Okay. Got some tired babies in this house today. Taking a shower. Well, they do have things to put in your shower to put your phone on, so you might want to consider that. Hi, I just moved to Texas. Texas. How are you? I love Texas. It feels good to be in Texas. It feels good to be out of snow, you guys. It feels so good. Around like San Antonio area. So, yeah, I kind of silently just went with the flow and left Minnesota. So I still have my home there. So I do have a house up there still. But yeah, I haven't done personal readings yet. I probably could. I'm very like conserving with my energy right now because a lot of people got the JAB, you guys, and it's kind of energetically draining to be around. So I've been kind of keeping to myself. But I've considered doing some in-person events in the near future. I have done it in the past. I flew down to Texas twice last year, and both times I did readings in person. I really like Texas, and I like the people. For the most part, I like the people in Texas. A lot more loving environment, I guess you could say. A lot more upbeat. Okay, so it is rough. I was at the mall yesterday, and there was like a lot of energetic attacks in the mall. The last couple days has been really heavy. If you guys have noticed that at all, like a lot of heavy energy attacks, and it's been tough. It's been tough, and if people want to call it a conspiracy theory that this JAB is not causing or is causing attacks and stuff like that, that's bullshit. It definitely is. It's definitely causing a lot of this. So, yeah, I've heard about the menstruation issues. Oh, okay, Esther. I could probably do something in the future here. I'm still kind of adapting to moving and stuff, but yeah, I'll definitely keep people updated on that. It's just been really tough to be around individuals at this time. Even going to the mall, I could feel an energetic attack in one of the stores. I'm like, oh my god, like I need to go. So, yeah, the new moon is on the 10th. The eclipse is tomorrow, right? I think so. The attacks are real. And I had you guys, a regular follower of mine, message me today that has not had the JAB, but is around people that have on a regular basis and able to stick magnets to herself. Okay? So there is really something going on here, and I asked her to send me pictures of the magnets on herself so I could have them and see. And I want to warn people, okay? So this is what I feel with the eclipse, okay? I think it's going to be amazeballs, okay? I really do. I feel like the light codes are going to be intense, okay? I feel like you should spend some time outside with the eclipse, okay? But they're trying to like have fear tactics with the eclipse because they don't want us to be out in the sun. You know, the sun's bad. The sun is actually not bad, okay? We need the sun. We need the vitamin D, okay? And not just the vitamin D as in the dick. I mean, like, literal, like, vitamin D from the sun, okay? I feel like the eclipse has major light codes and things like that for us. So I would recommend spending some time outside, okay? Um, that's just what I feel about it. It's going to unveil a lot of truth for people that are still in denial about things. So I feel like that's going to come, but I feel like the majority of us already see the truth, so that's not going to really pertain to us. Okay, so I don't feel like there's going to be a lot of truth unveiling for some of you, but some of you, yes, you will learn some truth about your connection. You will learn some truth of individuals around you, that sort of thing. But so many of us have already been through that I don't feel that that pertains to us. I honestly feel like it's going to be a good day to kind of be outside and take in these light codes, okay? So do that. Yep, the next 6 months, good things are coming. That is correct. People are going to be walking away from toxic shit. Yep, that's going to happen as well. Some of you are going to officially let go of your connection that you have been holding on to that's just keeping you stagnant, okay? The goal here is to represent what you speak. Does that make sense? Okay, live what you speak. That's why I was telling Divine Pisces that this morning. Like, part of teaching and part of like going on here and guiding people is living what you is actually living to your word, right? So it's kind of what this will help a lot of people do, is be able to live to their word, or their path will be unveiled, that sort of thing. So. And that's what I try to do. I try to live to my word. I'm not perfect by any means. I still have fuck ups. I still have bad days. I try to live to my word. Okay. And that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to go down my divine path. I'm trying to better my life. It's a work in progress. But there's a lot of people that get on YouTube and do readings and they're not living their word, but they're preaching. Okay. It's not okay to me in certain ways. Okay. Of course, I'm not claiming to be perfect. I'm not. I would be a liar. I'm not perfect at all. I still make mistakes. Okay? I still have moments. Okay? I have days where I feel like a failure. I have days where I fall on my ass. Okay? That's just part of the process. So, the twin flame process, the reason why I'm trying to be legit and truthful about the whole twin flame teaching is because it's deceived. It's literally been taken and like programmed. And I was actually chatting with Divine Pisces this morning about a lot of this, like the energy transferring to another vessel. So a lot of you are going to have a divine masculine coming in, and it's almost like the initial divine masculine was your teacher. Okay, to mirror your karmic cycles to you, so you can shake up and clear that out. Okay, and get rid of that shit, and then Source has a backup for you if that one does not want to step up, for real. It's happening. It's real. And that's what I was talking to her about this morning. Okay, so for a lot of you, it's happening. Some of you are rekindling with exes. Okay, that's even coming because, like, you had a break from your ex. You dealt with a twin flame connection that was mirroring back your shadow. And you guys, I'm going to stick to it. There can be several people to mirror back your shadow to you. Okay, so then your ex comes back in because they went through a healing process as well. That has been happening as well. So pretty cool. Yes, when you disconnect from, I call it twin games anymore because it's just like it's been twin games. So I'm sorry if I say that word instead, because that's kind of my joke, twin games. When you disconnect cords from them, they do run back in and try to reconnect to you. And I feel like a lot of women want a clearing done because they think that's going to happen, and they want that to happen, but that's not the point of getting clearings. That's just going to be more karma if you don't stick to your boundaries, right? So that's why we brought up the price of clearings, because people need to be more dedicated to having them done and more understanding of the energy we transmute while doing them, and be more respectful of the fact that it takes a lot of our energy to do them, and actually go down the damn path when they disconnect, okay, to your lightened path that's prevailed to you after your clearing. That's why clearings are behind right now, because we literally just need a break from transmitting that energy. It's hard. So yep, they do. They come back, they breadcrumb. If you accept those breadcrumbs, you are lowering your vibration. You are accepting a lower vibration. The Matrix wants to prison us into a lower vibration. Okay, so That's the goal behind a lot of these connections, and the teachings behind it is to keep you in a lower vibration, to keep you dependent, to keep you stagnant. Okay? So that's what I figured out with these connections, because that's literally what's been happening with a lot of the collective, and what I've been trying to guide them out of, and understand that their twin flame is inside themselves. The true twin flame is. Okay? So your learning tool, your ascension tool, whatever you want to call them, expel it, and then your divine counterpart does come in that matches your vibration, whether it's that person or not. Okay? Yeah, it is difficult to clear people on a monthly basis, because if they go back to their bullshit, okay, they reconnect the chains tighter and thicker. Okay, the karmic chains get tighter and thicker every single time you go back to them, and then it becomes about impossible to clear. So I don't know. Anyway, so you guys, my readings and my website is changing, so just a reminder of that. A lot of people are looking more into booking the mini recording. Okay, that's about 8 minutes or so. Okay, and that's just like a check-in with your connection or with your situation, because some people are actually booking and wanting more on their guidance in their life and their, things they're dealing with in their life and everything. So whatever you want the reading on, the mini recording is what I recommend. Feminine energy. Okay, so when I read energy, energy is energy, so it doesn't matter if you resonate with the feminine or the masculine. Okay, you might resonate with feminine today, masculine tomorrow, a little bit of both. Or you're going to resonate to somebody you're dealing with, the connection you're dealing with. It doesn't matter. Okay, so I'm going to get to it. Looks like we got 57 people in here, so... That's another thing I wanted to discuss, you guys. Obsession about their other partner, if they have another partner or whatever they're dealing with. I don't think that's healthy. Okay? That is sending that person energy. Jealousy over them is playing the game of being prisoned down to the connection. And calling them the karmic is just disrespectful. Okay? So if that is your story, you may want to put out what you want to come back to you. Okay? I feel like that is not healthy at all, to obsess about their other partner if they have another partner, or their other situation, or just sit there and call them a karmic. I think that is very rude to actually just sit and call them a karmic. Okay? And it's up to you what you want to call them. I don't care. But I think it's kind of rude, because maybe somebody thinks you're the karmic and calling you the karmic. You know what I'm saying? So put out what you want in return. Oh yeah, the feminines act like the karmics. That's not a divine feminine either. So I see. Divine feminines learn how to live what they teach. Divine karmic. We're each other's karmics. That is correct, actually. We are each other's karmics. You guys accumulate and pay karma every single day. Okay, you get good karma, you get bad karma. Karma's not always bad. Who's to say a karmic isn't a good thing, right? Some of you can get a karmic soulmate that's a good thing. Okay, if you want, I don't even think labels matter at this point, because I feel like that karma is more of an energy that can be cleared and transmuted. Okay, because so-called karmics that are together, they can transmute that energy and make it work. Sure, they absolutely can. So and that's where I'm like, why are twin flames half a soul? Why are twin flames supposed to be corded together at the chakras? That doesn't make sense either. That's imprisonment. I never understood that. Karma doesn't have to be bad. You can get good karma. The karmic wheel goes either way, right? The wheel, like the card, okay? It can go backwards or it can go forwards. Karma can be, there's definitely good karma out there, you guys. A lot of you are getting good karma. Your abundance is coming back, okay? People stole your abundance, siphoned your abundance, stole from you, whatever your story is with your abundance. A lot of people that are supposed to have big roles in this world have been suppressed since birth and been siphoned and used as siphoning portals, basically. And that's all coming back around with good karma. Yeah, Divine Pisces. Exactly. It is awful. Some of the stuff taught is just awful. I totally support healthy soul connections, but I do not support those twin flame teachings. And I know people get triggered and pissed. I can feel people are triggered right now, but that's fine. Okay? Triggering is going to help heal. All right, so speaking of that, you guys are not waiting anymore. Like, you're not going to wait around for bullshit. No, you are not waiting anymore for Mr. Divine, not so divine masculine. That's just an energy thief. You're not. You guys are, I feel like a lot of you are kind of purging this connection. I mean, it's been a process. It's such a letdown to have this hope in something that may not ever prevail. Like, it is the biggest shattering event for a lot of the clients I've been working with. To feel like they have this contract, this divine union, and it's freedom and liberating at the same time to understand that you don't have to follow these contracts, that it's illusion. But it's also like devastating because it's this fantasy in their heads, this amazing union, and they're told it will save the world. They're told that they will help so many people with this union, with this one individual. They had a twin flame check that put cords between them, okay, that sort of thing. And I feel like waking up to this, being matrix ran for the most part, and trying to dismantle families, really. Yeah, Divine Price is that. Pay me $1,000, guaranteed union. Okay, yeah, bullshit. Yes, identical twins have their own soul. Everybody has their own soul. That is such bullshit. And I've told you a million times. Oh, thank you for the donation. I don't know what kind of money that's in, but thank you. I appreciate it. There's so much like illusion and deception behind a lot of this stuff. Like, you're not corded at the chakras to somebody, okay? That's prisoning you down. And a lot of times what's happening and what we've been removing or helping remove out of these connections is those cords, because there's a third energy involved. And sometimes it's another, like, it's like a higher up energy of some sort. I feel like there's like some form of a god behind these connections that's benefiting, if that makes sense, or a leader of some sort. And there's this third energy in these cords that's benefiting off the energy coming off these connections. The obsessing is putting out energy. They're benefiting off that. The money they're spending on these connections, somebody's benefiting off that. Obviously, we need to pay our bills and feed our children, you know, that sort of thing. But I feel like these readings promising all these fairy tales is like, it's not even right. It's not even right. Yeah, that's just it, you guys. And that's where we need to be very careful as a collective here of the false light right now, because there is an agenda going out, and some of them may not even realize they're part of it. They may not even realize it. So I'm not going to sit here and point fingers. I don't even watch readers. I don't pay attention. So I'm not pointing fingers at all. But what's happening is they're rolling out a whole new twin flame program. And they're rolling out new programs with the false light here to lure people in and keep them wounded. Okay, so they can come and save the day and be your ringleader, I guess. Okay, does that make sense? Because that's going on right now. So be very careful. Just be very careful. Because I've talked to some other people that have noticed this happening as well. Twin Flame 2.0. Mm-hmm. And I feel like there's been an outside force behind a lot of these connections for a long time. Even if you've known this person 40, 50 years, whatever your story is, I feel like there's been handlers behind a lot of this, trying to get keep this going too. Okay, so yeah, just be cautious. And I feel like a lot of the goal here is to break out of this and find a better path that's going to benefit you. Okay? That's what I want to. I want to see you guys happy and free. That's all I care about. So I don't care what you believe. I don't care what label you believe in or want to use. Doesn't affect my life. I don't really care. I'm just on here teaching. I don't allow anyone to tell me how to teach or what to say. I block them off my channel right away. So, hey. But anyways, a lot of you are not going to wait for not so divine masculine anymore. And divine Pisces met a good man herself, so I know it's happening. Okay? It's happening. Thank you, Vinny. And Bethany, yes, divine counterparts are definitely a real thing. And sometimes it's somebody that surprises the hell out of you, okay? And sometimes it is. It really is. It can be an ex. It could be a friend, okay? It's happening. Feminine, like, okay, some of you are definitely dealing with some karma right now. Some of you are realizing the imbalance in these connections that you're dealing with, or in the balance. You're seeing the imbalance in general, I feel, with individuals you're dealing with everywhere. But in particular, since we're talking about connections here, it's definitely the case, because a lot of you, you're dealing with the King of Wands reversed, and he's kind of an energy thief, and he's kind of an energy vampire, and he's a jealous motherfucker, and he likes to play games. Okay. And I just feel like a lot of you are like, you know what, you breadcrumb me, bye boy, see you later boy. Bye boy. And you want more, like King of Swords here, he's like in his truth, he speaks truth, he's giving clarity, he's being more honest, and that's kind of what you're looking for. And I do feel like that may be manifesting in, okay? So, and a lot of you are gaining truth on your own inner masculine, that your own inner masculine and the healing and where it is drawing in the result of what you're receiving, okay? When you are a healed individual, you draw in a healed masculine. Okay, you're going to draw in as healed as you are. And that's why some people want to keep you wounded to benefit off you, because they're wounded, and that's also a projection, okay? Fire signs are really complicated men to deal with. Okay, I'm with a fire sign, okay? They take a lot of work, okay? They can be the players of all players, but they can be very powerful as well. But a lot of them are like in a very wounded energy a lot of the times. Fire sign men are wounded a lot, I've noticed. And I'm heavy earth too. I'm so earth, like I'm a slug anchored to the ground, okay? That's why people fall asleep when they watch me. And okay, and I feel like that, you know, you guys are realizing that maybe this masculine you're dealing with isn't really that wise, okay? And you gave him too much credit. Cocky. I do remember your readings a little bit, Heather. Yes. It's been a while, I think, but yes. Is he an Aries probably? Because them Aries boys come in real cocky a lot of times, and the Leos too. The Leos, the Sagittarius are a little different, but the Leos and the Aries, they come in real cocky ass. Sometimes the Aries men really fucking piss me off in readings, like the ones that are toxic. Oh boy, they just like, I don't know, the way their energy behaves when I'm reading. So cocky. I'm like, what is this? Like some of them are really, like, when fire signs are toxic, they're very toxic. Very toxic. Okay, very toxic. I'm hearing bad news. Some of you got bad news about a connection. That's what I feel as well. And some of you, you're in the process here of making a decision between two different kind of connections. You got two connections. on the table right here. Okay, and I feel like one is the King of Wands in reverse, the not so divine masculine is toxic and an energy vampire, and one that's more intelligent, King of Swords and in his truth. Okay, that's kind of what I'm seeing right now. And I do feel that you guys are a little bit intimidated by the new connection coming in, or you're not fully accepting the energy because you're not used to it. You're not accepting the energy, and it's almost getting you bored because they're not toxic. Because when we've been programmed to accept toxic and keep playing with toxic, we actually draw in more toxic, more drama. And when that drama's gone, you're like, I'm bored. Okay, that's an indication you have more healing work to do. Okay, but a lot of you have a choice here. So it's like, which path are you going to walk down? A lot of you have outside influences coming in and trying to sway you. Okay? I do feel that there's other people coming in that, you know, try to sway you down their path or their direction, okay, or try to fear install you. And this is kind of what some of the false light is doing, you guys. People that are involved in this, they try to sway you down that path, okay? And they might be guilt tripping you or whatever. If somebody's trying to give you advice, that's one thing. Like, I try to give advice to people, but I give it with an open mind, knowing that they can take it or leave it. Okay? When people are like, what about this? What about that? What about this or that? You know, like guilt tripping you and kind of trying to sway you and distort you when you're happy. Like, don't listen to that fuckery. Okay? So I do feel like you have people coming at you and you feel a bit defensive, okay, about this. Like, people coming at you and trying to do that, trying to distort your connection to source. Okay? Because a lot of you are getting into this high priestess mode right now and you're drawing in your good old masculine. Okay? Yep. You guys are drawing in a soul connection because you're connecting to your higher self better. You'd be surprised who's an outside influence in these connections too, because I feel like some of these women, they find a new man and then they have like 10 other people come in and be like, why would you do that? Why would you give up your beloved union with your dude that's playing Xbox and drinking beer? Why would you do such a thing? He's got so much to offer you. He can maybe share his beer with you. You could pay his bills for free. Because that's where they're sitting and they want you sitting with them. Okay? That's what I see. And they're just being programmed to think that they're supposed to wait for that because they have a divine contract with them. They have a divine union. That is their divine matrix boy coming in. And they get to pay their bills for free. Isn't that is such an offer, you guys? You could watch them play their Xbox. You could watch them win their games while they're chugging their Busch Light. I mean, and pay their bills for them. You could even, like, buy their clothes and dress them up like a Ken doll, you guys. That is so much fun. What a union. Okay. All right, I'll quit being sarcastic. Feminine, you're healing, though. You're healing. But some of you are kind of going back and forth between the timelines. Okay? That's what I feel right now. You're kind of like, oh my God, my twin flame. You're kind of like, is it real or is it not real? Do I still hold on to it? Or, you know, my divine connection, but you have a beautiful connection coming in and you're just not sure. Because you're not accepting the energy yet. You're still healing. You're still kind of shaking out some of that old is what I'm feeling right now. So you're dealing with that. And I feel like this eclipse tomorrow is going to help you shake out the rest of that and bring in the new light codes and bring in the new timeline. I don't know why, but I feel like that tomorrow the eclipse is bringing in the new timeline. I don't know why. That's what I feel. Shaking out the old. Well, it makes sense. Like, think about it. Okay, so the full moon eclipse shook out the old timeline for a lot of us, right? Because I think I actually moved down to Texas during that, kind of around that time. And then the new moon and then the sun eclipse is like bringing in the new. That's pretty cool because the sun and the moon are like, you know, shadow and light. It's kind of cool. All right, let's see what's going on with the masculines, the not so divine, and the divine. Yeah, the back and forth of the timelines. And when I'm going back to an old timeline, I feel pain actually, or I feel an energetic attack because I'm vibrating much higher than that old life. Okay. So you'll know when you're going back to it, you'll start crying, you'll start getting depressed, triggered. Hi there. Um, the new masculine can be the old one healed, you guys. For some of you, what's gonna happen actually, I've been picking this for a while, is the old one will heal once you let go of it, and you're gonna have a choice. Okay, so I mean, a divine feminine, you guys, a true divine feminine is like a queen, like a goddess. They're hard to come by. Hi, Denny. Um, and men do fight for them. Okay? Because I'll tell you, there's more toxic ones than actual feminine in their divinity. And men will fight for you. That's why I feel like the feminine doesn't need to chase at all. The men will fight for them. No, they don't chase. Yep. Divine Pisces, you're in my mind. They don't chase. Come on now. Let's go back to some morals, some old school ways. Like, what's wrong with that? A man pursuing their woman. They naturally want to do that anyways. That's kind of what we're going back to if you think about it, some of the old morals and stuff like that. And some of the old school ways, you know, that's how I feel. Like things have been coming up like that. Like bring those morals back. Let's bring that shit back. Let's not live in this distorted bullshit world where nobody cares and everyone's just toxic all the time and shitty to each other all the time and okaying it all the time and a victim and having a pity party for one all the time. Like I'm sick of that too. You know. Let's shake off that old shit and let your man come in. Let your man come in. And sure as hell, don't let your man feed your energy to another woman. Okay? No. No. Fuck that. Fuck that. You don't need to sit there and be a generator for him. Yes, it is. It's like literally going back to our roots. That is what we're doing right now. We're bringing back the healed DNA. We're bringing back the 13 lines, the lineage. We're healing the lineage. We're healing the karma. That's what we're doing. We're going back to old school days because now it's like, oh, you're toxic if you have morals. You're racist. You're sexist. You're all these different things when we're bringing back the true definition of feminine and masculine that's always been there. Okay? That has been programmed, distorted, medical and big pharma's taking it over. You know what I'm saying? Okay, it's been taken over by the beast. All right? And that's not a racist thing to say. That's not a sexist thing to say. It's just the fucking truth. Okay? It's been taken over by the beast. Now we're not supposed to be different. We're not supposed to enjoy each other having different belief systems. Like I truly enjoy other people having different cultures and learning about them. Oh, we're not supposed to have that anymore. We're supposed to be a robot. Okay? Yes, Divine Pisces, that too. We're going back to that old school feminine and masculine and the true definition of it. We really are. Very heavily programmed and conditioned. And you guys know exactly who's like that right now in your life, who's programmed and conditioned to that shit. Well, it's not even just that, everything that's going on right now. Like, look at how programmed people are. Look at the fear they're in. They're clinging. It's all designed so they cling to one of those dark gods that are behind this shit to save their fucking ass. Okay? Like, okay, I'm going to get on a rampage. I'm going to get on a rampage. Yes, like, oh my God, you're not supposed to be natural anymore. You're not supposed to be genuine and organic. Oh my God, you cannot be. You're supposed to eat organic food and go get shot up full of garbage. Does that make sense to you? Does that make sense to you? Hello. Yeah, we do chase addiction, yeah. A lot of us have had issues with addiction because addiction has been made as a numbing mechanism to get through this earth that is a prison camp. We chase addiction. It's addictions in all different forms. Twin flames is just another addiction because some people are like, well, my twin flame helped me get off meth or something like that. but you're still chasing them and obsessed with them. So you just transferred your addiction over to something else. Okay, so you can transfer an addiction over to something healthy, like working out or have some sort of, everybody needs something to focus on. Okay, some form of addiction. I feel like we just have that in us as humans. So yes, bad men are addictive. Drama is addictive. Yeah, don't eat meat, but inject yourself with garbage and do yoga. You guys, when I start talking about that shit and thinking how stupid it is. Okay. Don't. Don't eat meat, but inject yourself with garbage and do yoga. And everything will be cool. And you don't have an immune system anymore. You don't have that. That doesn't exist. A human being with an immune system? Oh my God. Yep. Actually, you know what? Addiction to love is one of the biggest lures. That is why twin flame programming is so hot right now, okay? When it's hot in California, you guys, and everybody in California is a twin flame now, that says a lot to me, okay? Because Hollywood is in California, and that's what I think of, is when Hollywood gets it, be careful. Nanotechnology. Yes, and drama. Everybody's addicted to drama. We've been living Days of Our Lives. And Days of Our Lives has been playing since, what, the 50s or 60s or something like that? It's still going. Programming those women's minds every day that want their fantasy. Okay? Yep, social media does. Social media actually brings together twin flame connections. Twin games, yep. Facebook does. This video will probably get hidden quite well, but whatever. You know what, you guys? This masculine I'm picking up on sees you as the Queen of Wands. You are fierce. You are sexy. Okay? They are, like, very into. But this masculine I'm picking up on is also going back and forth between timelines. Okay? Some of you, this is definitely a new connection. And what happens, you get a new connection and you trigger them. Okay? It's kind of how it works. So, new connection or older connection, whatever. Okay? Immune system's a trigger word, yeah. I'm shadow banned every fucking day, so I just gave up on it. This person does not feel balanced with this connection, though, because they kind of feel like that, you're this sexy, fierce, beautiful individual, okay? Whether you're a man or a woman does not matter, okay? Not sexual oriented, okay? And they're just kind of a page here, like standing there with their, breadcrumb here, okay? That's what I'm seeing right now. I don't watch TV either. I don't watch TV. Actually, this house that I'm in only has one TV in the whole house. Because we don't watch it. I mean, look at this Page of Pentacles. He's just kind of like, I'm kind of sad. He's like, this is all I have. I don't have any more. And you're like this Queen of Wands. You're so sexy, and you're holding my wand in your hand right where I want it. Okay? And that's what I see right now. But there is some karma balancing out within this connection. That's what I see. Okay? accept my little coin or my little D. Whatever your story is. These masculines, you guys, and the Five of Swords has been coming in a lot in readings that I've done. And I honestly feel like they're dealing with their toxic ways, and I feel like their toxic ways are coming around and biting them right in the ball sack or the ass, whatever, tower to the balls kind of thing. For the way that they've treated others or used others is what I'm picking up, or it could be you guys, but in general here, this masculine that I'm picking up on is dealing with their karmic cycles, whether it's a new masculine or old one, that's what I'm seeing. And their toxic ways are coming up for them to transmute. Some of you, I feel 2 connections today. So some of you in here, you have 2 connections, okay? For some of you, there's one waiting to come in. You have not accepted manifestation. But anyway, their toxic ways are coming up, and it's like with the Justice card here, like there's some karmic dues to pay here, man. You know, and some of their karma is if they want to hold on to their bullshit and their toxicity, they lose you. That's their karma for that. And some of you are going to find a new man or woman, and too bad so sad, they missed the train, okay? But some of you are going to find a new connection that actually has time for you and is going to treat you like a goddess, and you're done with that one, okay? And that's their karma. That's what they have to pay. Like, they missed the train, okay? This masculine here is working through some emotional stuff, okay? I really felt that. Like, there's a lot of emotion in the masculine collective, like, oh my god, she doesn't want me anymore. Oh my god. Okay, that's kind of what I'm seeing. Some of you do have old connections coming back to rekindle. Yep. It will happen. You'd be surprised. Some of you are going to have like a best friend that's been a male that's your divine counterpart and was the whole time. You know, there's stuff like that going on. Okay, I've seen that numerous times as well. This masculine here, though, they're holding on to toxicity, and their lives are like literally like just stagnant, okay? Some of you are dealing with a water sign. I don't know why, you guys. Some of you, you're dealing with water boys. The King of Cups, Divine Pisces. Is that crying today? Okay. But, you know, there's some justice being served here. There's some scales balancing out, okay? And some of these masculines are not feeling the best, is what I'm seeing. These masculines are learning, though. They're learning the hard way. That's what I'm hearing here, is he's learning the hard way. Karma is coming back to bite them in the balls. And it's hurting, okay? It's hurting. Like, yeah, here you go. Here's your proof, yep. And some of this karmic cycles is manifesting in the materialistic world. Okay? Because some of this toxicity is affecting their finances. When you're in a sick environment, when you're dealing with sick environments, you have manifestations not work out so well, or you remain sick, okay, but you lose money. You're gonna make more money when you're happy. You're gonna make more abundance when you're happy. You're gonna be happier when you're happy. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these masculines, like, they're like, oh, okay, like crying, okay, because there's these cycles coming forward, is what I'm seeing. Yeah. Like, the materialistic world, you guys, is like frozen in time. They're in a time warp, okay? When you hold on to old cycles and you don't change, or if you try to shift and nobody around you that you're holding on to shifts, you remain in a time warp. Literally, wherever this masculine is, like they're in a time warp. Okay? It's like the carousel. Because if people don't grow with you, they're not going to grow, and neither are you. It's hard to grow alone in a toxic environment. It's not going to work. And that's what these masculines are trying to do. Like, trying to get their family to grow with them, or trying to get people to grow with them, and it's not going to happen. And they're allowing this to control their life. Okay? It's going to keep them in the matrix. It's going to keep them in that toxic realm. It's going to keep them in low vibrational energy. They can keep trying to rise, and they're just going to get eaten alive. And these individuals that are stuck like that, they're just going to come in and try to drain them back down. Okay? These cycles are causing them to see the world from a different lens here. And for a lot of you, this masculine is still like a matrix boy here. Okay, even if they know it and they feel it and they see it, they're remaining a matrix boy here. And they're trying, they're seeing the world through a different lens than the feminine is, but it's like they're seeing that this lens is off, if that makes sense. Okay? But I do feel for a lot of you, it is going to take letting go of them, even if it's a new connection and you trigger them to awaken, okay? It's like you have to just let go of the result here. I do feel for some of you, though, this is an old masculine that missed their chance. Yeah. They need to take care of themselves, you know. That's what I'm seeing here. The masculine needs to take care of themselves and quit worrying about their bromances and, you know, worrying about other individuals going with them. You know, when it comes to going to the other side, not everybody's going to go with you. That's just the truth, okay? And going to the other side as in accepting the new timeline, okay? It's not like everybody can go, okay? And once they've taken the mark of the beast here and gone back to the matrix or want to go back to normal, they take the old timeline and that's it. They're not going to go with you. And the masculine's struggling to accept this. So they're trying to compromise with other people to have their new beginning. Well, they got to go with me. You know, these people that are toxic have to go with me because that's the way it is, and it's not going to work. So many of them are intrigued by the feminine energy is what I'm seeing, and they want to go down that path of unknown territory. The feminine brings them the unknown, okay? The feminine literally lights their path for them. The feminine triggers them, okay? But it's unknown. It's uncomfortable. It's not homey to them. It's like sleeping on a hard floor with no bed or something like that. Like it's just not comfortable. It's not easy. Okay, it's unknown territory. It's entering something else. And I do feel that, you know, a lot of these masculines I picked up on, for right now, they have chosen not to go down this path. Okay, and they're worried the feminine has not forgiven them, but they're also not taking this path because they're worried that their family or friends are not going to forgive them. Okay, that's what I'm seeing as well. So they're trying to run away from their emotions, and they just don't have, you know, the self-worth or the self-esteem to go down that path right now. They need to grow a pair of balls. Okay. Because I'm pretty sure that my 2-month-old son has more courage. Okay, not even joking. That's the thing. The feminine has been made to feel that they're not complete without a partner. And the masculines, some of them are like that too, though. Okay? That's why the half a soul thing is a selling point. Okay? Because it's been a sell like, oh, you're not complete without your other half. Your true other half. It's like, okay, so they just walk around incomplete all the time. They want us to walk around wounded all of the time. Okay? But then again, you know, you guys, in a sense, I feel like as a female myself, like we kind of need our men too, but we need them healed and in their strength to balance with us, to protect us. That is what a divine masculine does, or an alpha male, whatever. They protect, they, you know, they walk alongside you, they don't overpower you, you don't have to pay their fucking bills for them for free. Okay, even if you are the breadwinner in the family, which some are, you know, they pick up their slack. Okay, they're not a matrix boy on the Xbox with their bush light. Okay, and I feel like a lot of these connections is pushed that that's union just to go live with that person and watch them play their Xbox and drink their bush light, and that's not the case. That is not a union at all. That is distortion and energy draining. Okay, a divine masculine should not energetically drain you. Okay, they should not energetically drain you. If they are, they have work to do. They should not trigger you. They should not make you feel like shit all the time. Okay? They should not control you either, or obsess about you, or you know what I'm saying? So that's not healthy. No, you do not need a relationship. What you need is yourself. It's what you needed the whole time. I mean, when I'm saying like, oh, here's your divine masculine playing Xbox, drinking a beer, and you get to pay his bills for free, I'm being serious. Some of these connections are just that. Okay, some of these connections are literally just that. That is not a fucking union. What the hell is that? How is that saving the world to go live with somebody that you gotta do that shit for? Okay, think about that. And it's being taught that that's your twin flame and to go into union with that shit. What, for what? To be a siphoned? It just doesn't add up to me. Okay? And men can change. They do change. They do break their programming just like the women do. Okay? They can change. But that is not a union. So some of these bigger readers out there are benefiting and making money off your wounded energy because you're chasing a man to shack up with them that you got to pay their bills and shit and call that a fucking union. A healthy union is when you're both energetically balanced. You're not energetically siphoning off each other. It's free flowing. It's comfortable. Okay? It's security. And a real man does offer you some form of protection one way or another. There's balance. You go together like that. You know what I'm saying? And that's how that third energy is created. Is that type of union. A power couple, yes. Okay? Of course, there's going to be different levels of power couples. There's going to be different levels of what your mission is, okay? But shacking up with a dude while he drinks beer and plays Xbox and plays with his fucking dick is not a fucking union, okay? I'm just going to say that directly. How that is a union, I don't know. How is that a union? Okay? That is preyed on. That is encouraged to make money for these people, and I'm not okay with that. That's bullshit. Okay? And that is preying on your wounded energy. Okay? So I'm just gonna stop before I get really pissed off about it, because I see how wounded some of these people have gotten from it. Okay? And I have watched these power readers prey on that shit, and it is fucking sick. It is fucking sick. Okay? Well, yeah, everything's in balance, but video games, like, I don't really care for them, you know. They put cords on people, they put programming on people, our phones do it. You know, a lot of these electronics have started running our life. Sharon, yeah, you and a lot of the ladies in here probably can relate to what I just said. It doesn't even have to be video games. It could be like a lot of these men are just kind of shitty, okay? And it's like, well, that's my twin flame though. It's like, but what the fuck? You are better than that. You deserve more than that. Why would you go pay their bills for free just to have a what that's a union? Well, our love will save the world. How? How? You gonna sit there and play Xbox with their ass? I don't understand that. Because that's not a union. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel that's a union. That's just gonna be more sick. And a lot of you, this man you've been dealing with, or we're dealing with, whatever it is, they go around and play women all the time and stick their wand in everything that you wouldn't even trust them. You wouldn't even trust them. So then you would like not trust them, and you wouldn't want them to leave the house. Like that is not. It's just not healthy. There is healing, there is forgiveness, there is shedding this programming, but a lot of this shit is installed that you're supposed to promote this. And it's prisoning you. Okay? And I do feel a lot of you, like you are kind of pausing before you act because there is the commitment coming, and I do feel that there is another masculine. Yep, that's what they do. They take your energy. They get a high off you. They come and bone you. They come in and flirt with you or talk to you, or whatever your story is. I don't know. Everybody's different. And then they shut you out and they go play house with other people, or they go to their friends to impress them, okay, using the high they got off your energy, and that is so not okay. That is damaging, okay? And a lot of these men wouldn't even take the time to take you on a date, okay, to take you out and treat you like a lady deserves to be treated, okay, to bring you breakfast in bed, okay, yes, men still do that, to make you coffee or something like that, to give you a gift, to pick you flowers and bring you something. No, they don't do none of that. They come and fuck you and then run off and play pretend. Okay, and I'm not here to promote that shit. Okay? Alright. But a lot of you this summer, you have commitments coming in, whether it is this masculine healed or not, or another connection. This summer, I feel something's coming in. July, Cancer season is very significant. No, fiery Aries is a very good gentleman, okay? Very nice man. But you know what? Women don't want that. A lot of them don't want a nice man, okay? And that's unfortunate. But you guys, Cancer season. That might be a way of picking up a lot of water. There's connections coming in Cancer season. Okay? But you have to allow it. For some reason, I feel like a tingly love feeling about Cancer season. Open your heart, yes. But so many of you are not opening your heart space. You think it's open, but it's not yet. Okay? Because you're not accepting the unconditional love, because you're so used to conditioned love. It's all you know. A lot of these masculines are doing the same thing. It's such toxicity. It's a perfect setup for toxicity. Okay? So in order to bring this commitment in, it's like you need to open up this heart space and accept it and be okay with it and accept a connection that's not going to be full of drama and bullshit. Okay? But you got to choose yourself first. Yes, these connections have caused health issues. It's caused such damaging issues to some of the clients that I have worked with in the last 3 years, who a majority of them are doing freaking amazing now. But it has caused so much illness, autoimmune diseases, mental illness, losing everything they have. In the back issues is the base chakra blockage. Yep. And I can feel somebody trying to shut me up because they're triggered right now. Because people get so triggered when you say that stuff. But it's the truth. And a lot of you, it's like, this is just a sexual interest. It's just some dick, you know? And if you're okay with that, that's up to you. Okay? Thank you, John. And I do feel these masculines are going to come in. You know, some of these masculines will come in with the vitamin D, okay? And I feel like some of you are going to reflect on that and go, no, I'm choosing myself first. Yep, see, look, you guys. Your energy speaks today, no. Because you're going to reflect. They come in sexually and you're going to say no. Okay? And that's just the thing, you guys. Like, when I'm watching you guys have health issues and stuff, I'm not going to feed on that shit. I'm not going to sit here and try to get rich off that shit. That's wrong. I can't do that. Okay, I can't. How can anybody with a conscience do that? Prey on that. I'm going to tell you the truth, even if it triggers you and it upsets you, you know? But the truth will set you free. The truth will set you free. Okay? We've all had to learn hard truths the last year. All of us. Every single one of us here today. All right? So clear your energy. Okay? And clear out Mr. Beer and video game. Okay? Clear that shit out. Okay? Don't worry about what your mission is. Don't worry about that. Okay? Like, you know, when it comes to divine counterparts, there is mission work behind it. There is goals behind it. But don't worry about what that is, because it will prevail to you. The path will prevail. You don't know. You really don't. You're not supposed to. You're not supposed to. Okay? The blocks will be cleared for you to get there. And the blocks are clearing you guys for divine unions right now. Okay? It's happening. Join my Patreon. If you haven't joined my Patreon, I recommend you join it. Okay? Just find Wicked Virgo Tarot on Patreon. Download the app onto your phone. But I talked about the union energies last night, and blocks are being removed. Okay? So you will know. And I feel like there's something about this eclipse, this solar eclipse, that is going to show you and remove those blocks for you. Okay? I have to be honest, you know, I've been through some of this toxic crap in my past, you know. We've all been through this toxic crap, the programmed love, the conditioned love, the trying to please people, the trying to beg for love. We've all been there and done that to the point where we all know what it feels like, and that's painful. And I've also healed myself enough to realize that is not healthy. So when I see people being preyed on these wounds, it really upsets me. It really upsets me. Okay? Because that is sick. Vinny, like, I feel like it doesn't matter if you're going to see the eclipse or not. I feel like it'll still be there. Okay? The energy's still there. It's not like you have to see the full eclipse or anything. There's probably a portal with it, I'm sure. Oh, thank you. It could be Georgia Peachy. Could be. I'm not sure. Because the collective shifts. My collective shifts a lot. Because it all depends. A lot of it's because they're dealing with new connections. So I notice it shifting. Because a lot of you are getting with a new connection. It just all depends. There is a lot of toxic in the twin flame community, yes. And it makes me really sick. And it's so sick. Living in misery and everybody like searching for misery and being used to misery is so sick that when good things happen to us, we don't believe it. We doubt it. We don't trust it. We start expecting the worst to happen. And then we manifest the worst to happen because we actually believe that's what we're supposed to live in, is misery. That is what this world has done to us as humanity, as humans, okay? Grandma JJ. My grandma's name started with a J, so I just noticed that coming in. So thank you for the reminder of my grandmother. So yeah, we self-sabotage. We've been trained to do that. Because we actually do, as a whole, we do manifest this world. Okay? Our minds manifest this world, and the dark side of everything knows that. So they set us up to manifest misery. Okay? This world is having more of me because you guys are healing and stepping into your power. And that is so awesome. Right? Fear-driven, yes. And a lot of these masculines that I channel, they are sitting in misery. You guys know they are. The problem is you can't save them. Okay, they're programmed that they have to sit there because that is their family, that is their friend, that is their boss at work. Okay, whatever their story is. Because you've been there, the problem is you can't save them. Okay, they have to feel that grueling pain to shatter that programming. And they can. It's just totally on them. Okay? And I'm going to get some messages here for you guys because I'm going to go outside and go for a walk, I think, before it gets dark. Because I get toxic energy off lives. So I appreciate the donations to my channel, you guys. Whoever donated, thank you so much. I don't know if they're still in here, but I do appreciate it. The thought of explaining myself and apologizing scares me. Thank you, Denny. That was really nice of you. Now if I could just lose my baby weight and get my body back, I'd be a lot happier. But hey, it'll happen over time. I know you have been right. I'm trying to forgive myself. Yeah, I will. I just need to lose about 20 pounds. I'll get there. But my son is so big. Like, he is only 2 months old, and he's so big. Like, I can't even believe how big he is. He's such a big boy. He's such a big boy. Keto, I actually don't even eat that much. You know what I think it is? Divine Pisces is our work. We take on a lot of other people's baggage and transmute, and it causes weight gain. So I think that's what a lot of it is. Thank you for the compliments, you guys. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Yeah, he is a real Thor. He is so big, and he's like long, and he's growing out of his car seat already. Yeah. Yeah, because we do clearing work, which is why we kind of took a break, and we're going to come back to it later, we gain weight from it, or we hold on to weight from it, even if we don't eat that much. It's just kind of the side effect of our work right now. You can have it, John. You can have it 20 pounds. And the energy that we take on, because we literally like kind of take on people's karma and transmute it when we do energy work. So, yeah. It's hard. It's hard. Don't think because we don't talk that I don't want to, because I do. I've thought about living together. Even though we're not together, I can't let you go. Oh, thank you, Tammy. The weight will come off. I'll manifest it off. It'll come off eventually. I just get too hard on myself. It's only been 2 months. It'll come off. He lives his name Thor, and he has a Sagittarius moon and an Aries sun, so he's really fiery. And he's mommy's boy really bad. He loves mommy the most. So, and he's got these big, beautiful eyes, and then he looks like his dad other ways. He's got my eyes, and then he looks like his dad, so. And then he's got a Capricorn rising, so he's going to be a really strong man. So we got a lot of fiery energy in this house. Okay, we got a lot of Leo energy. We got Sagittarius. We got Aries. Because I got Aries rising, and then I'm a Leo Virgo cusp pretty much. John, that would explain why you're taller, Aries, because most Aries are short as fuck. And the taller ones usually do have a Capricorn rising, actually. So that's pretty cool. With Thor, he's going to be tall. He's long. Because most Aries are short. Most of them are short. I have one Pisces in the house. One Pisces. But I'm a cusp on everything, so my rising is Taurus and Aries. It can vary, like it's right on the line there. So sometimes it's Taurus, sometimes it's Aries. It's kind of both. But hey, I kind of live both, so I'm fiery with Earth, so it works for me. I think fire and Earth are a good combination. Capricorn risings are tall, usually. I know more than you think. So what you got, you guys? I do want to make things right. Give me the opportunity. Some of you are going to get an apology, maybe. It's interesting what's going to happen because I'm picking up two energies for a lot of you. I'm picking up two men here. House of Cancer. Some kids are tall. All right, so I think that should do it for the collective today. I hope you guys got something out of it. So join my Patreon, you guys, okay? I have a $5 a month and then a $9 and up one, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna go for a walk. I have to ground after lives because there's so much crazy energy that comes in. All right. Have a good night, guys. Bye-bye.